Today we're going to be flipping a sample. The sample's been sent over to me from UndaSkore. Now, if you haven't seen UndaSkore before, he's a talented producer right here on YouTube. I'll pop a link in the description below to his channel. But first I'm going to pass you over to UndaSkore. He's going to show you how he made the sample, and then when we come back, I'm going to flip it, do my thing, turn it into a beat. Right, over to UndaSkore.
Yo, I'm UndaSkore. Today I'm making a sample for my guy SK to flip into some heat. Let's get straight into it.
Right, so we're back. As you can hear, that's a really chilled kind of mellow vibe from UndaSkore. But the first thing I've done is import the stems. Obviously, working with the stems gives a lot more flexibility than working with a fully mixed down sample. The only one I haven't imported is the bass, as I know that I'm going to want to add my own bass line later on. So I'm just going to have a play with the pitch first. So I'm just going to highlight them all. Bring this pitch down. I think I like it here at -5. Now with some of these, I'm going to chop and rearrange them. And with some, I'm going to use them as they are. So first, I'm just going to mute some of them. Mute the vocal and the piano and the pizzicato. As this sample's 10 bars, there's like a 2-bar intro. I'm just going to take out the 2 bars. We'll create our own intro later with the chops that we make. I'm just going to bring an audio track in, select resampling. I'll mute all these tracks for the time being and just work with the audio here. I like this section here. I'm just going to pull that out, maybe copy that over, and just take this section here as well. I'm just going to use these, bring that back across. Now I think that's all I need from the keyboard, so I'm just going to delete that. So with the violin, I know there's a section that I want just an octave higher as well. And instead of being -5, I'll put it onto +7. I'm just going to cut it here, delete this section, do the same here. And just delete this section as well. Add some fades on these. Next, let's try this pizzicato. See how it sounds. I just want every first hit of that, so I'm just going to delete the other ones. I really like the sound of this piano. It gives me a kind of almost West Coast kind of feel. Probably keep them as they are, just have them going through the chorus. I think with this violin, I actually want an extra section, so I'm just going to pull that back, put it there. Keep this one here as well, bring that in like that. With this vocal, I just want to change the timings on it. I think I just want to use this hit here and just bring this one over to here as well. And add a little bit of nectar free to these, just take the formant up and take everything off. Turn the pitch correction on, turn the strength down, just shift the formant up, go about 4, maybe even 6. What this does is keeps it in the same key, but just changes the tone of it. Add some reverb to these as well, quite heavy on the reverb. So we've got the bases for our beat. I'm just going to group all these together. I'm going to add a small amount of processing, so I'm just going to add some bite. I'm going to set this to classic sampler. Take out some of the low end. For this pizzicato itself, I'm just going to take out some of the high end as well, give them slightly more of a dampened feel. Right, I'm liking the way this sounds, so let's add some drums. For the drums, I'm going to use some from my new drum kit. This isn't finished yet, but it just gives you a little preview of it. This will be a free drum kit, so I'm just going to start with this Apex snare. Add this on a really simple pattern. Just add an extra hit in here just to make it a bit more interesting. Randomize them by a small amount. Duplicate them over. I have kept them on the grid, but I'm going to utilize the groove pool later on. Bring the volume down slightly. Go ahead and find some kicks. There's some really nice kicks in this kit. You can go with this Catalyst kick. Put the Shogun hi-hat down. I'm going to keep this really simple as well. Have it on every second one. This will just be there adding an accent to another hi-hat. I'm just going to randomize these slightly, drop the velocity a bit. I'm just going to go with this Ignite hi-hat as well. Going to give these a quick quantize. Bring the volume on these down a bit, copy them up to an octave higher as well. Let's utilize the groove pool now in the drum rack onto grooves. I'm just going to use the NY cut, bring this timing down a bit though. I just want to add one more melodic layer. It's going to be some more string hits. They're going to play a call and response with the other strings. Nothing too complicated, just to run up the scale, keeping it really simple. Next, let's go ahead and add a bass. Now we could use something like the Rickenbacker bass in Contact, which I use quite a lot. But for this one, just because of the sound of this piano, it's making me feel kind of almost old school West Coast. I think I'm going to go with more of a West Coast style bass line. So I've picked this WC Rider bass out of Heat Up 3. We'll just add the groove pool to these as well, so they hit when our kicks hit. As per usual, we'll just add some kickstart too as well. Set this to audio and set it from the kick drum. Just turn this band on as well, so they only side chains the lower part. I'm just going to switch up a few of these notes. Let's try this out. I think that sounds better now. I know I said only one more melodic instrument before, but what's a West Coast beat without a kind of whine or a lead sound? I'm going to add one of those as well, I think. This lead is appropriately named G-Funk Thug, and I think it sounds perfect on this kind of beat. Now that'll only play probably in the chorus and maybe some sections of the verse. All that's left to add now is a little bit of percussion. Let's just add a crash here. Put it at the start of the first bar and the start of the fifth bar. Maybe add a cowbell in. I'm just going to find some little pockets of space. I don't want to fill this up too much with these. I just want to keep them quite open. Let's add a triangle as well. And this shaker, randomize these though, and the velocity down a little bit further. Bringing this percussion out of my new kit as well. I think maybe just place these here. Rolling down there. I think maybe just have that every second one actually. All that's left to do now is structure this out, show you the final beat. Before I do that though, if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button just down below. Right, here's the finished beat. I actually think this flip turned out sick. If you agree and you want to see me flip some other samples, maybe click on this video here. Till next time, I've been SK. Peace.